Hey, confirmands. Pastor Camp here. Glad that we all got together virtually last week, and classes really went well. I want to give you introduction to what we're going to be looking at and talking about this coming week at our Zoom classes. As I said, we'll be looking at the second and the third commandments. So, going to give you some assignments included in the email. A couple of short readings first, in your catechism app, to read the second and third commandments. They're short. Also, there's two brief little biblical stories to read. The one that goes with the second commandment is very short. It's only one verse. I think you can handle that. The second one's a little longer, a little more story, but we'll be talking about that in the Sunday and Wednesday classes. So, just a little background piece here about the second commandment. And think about this. Names are important. Your parents spent a lot of time. In fact, they might have pulled out a fancy book and looked through child names. What should we name? And they came up with a name. And sometimes it might be relating to the family. But names are important. It's how we're known. Imagine if everybody just walked around, hey, you, how about you, or you? Names are personal. So, think about it for a moment that, when you hear your name called by somebody who you like or who loves you, that makes you feel good. Or, if you've ever had mom or dad call you by first, middle, and last name, boy, you are in trouble. Or if kids have been cruel and mean and twist your name into all kinds of different things and make fun of you, it has the power to hurt. The second commandment is more than not using God's name to swear, but God's name is powerful, personal. God gives us his name so that we can know him, be in relationship with him. So that's why God calls us to know his name and asks us to use his name the way he intended. And I'm going to give you a couple of reflection questions to think about. When thinking about this commandment, what is God against in this commandment? What is God against in the second commandment? And what is God for in this commandment? I don't know about you, but if you're living in this world and this time, it seems to be that we go 24/7. There's always something happening. There's always the internet and Facebook and TikTok and everything else that you can have access to or has access to you all the time. In fact, there used to be a time back when, old timers remember back when on Sundays the stores weren't open and you had that time when you would family time, go to church, come home, have a big family supper. You'd spend time together as a family. Now we just seem to race in every direction. There is no slowing down. God knows us, and God wants us to be able to have that time to slow down, to rest, recharge our batteries. Third commandment about keeping the Sabbath day and keeping it holy is about a time to be able to take time to recover from the world and all the chaos and all of the distractions, a chance to connect to God and connect to family and friends, not just virtually, but really, personally. He gave us the Sabbath way back in the Garden of Eden, and then commanded us to schedule our weeks, our time, and our life around it. Take time. Remember the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. Take time to connect to God and family and friends. But this is such a hard thing to do. Yes, indeed. As we think about this and all the things that get in the way. Hard to slow down, hard to rest. So what are those kinds of things that get in your way? What are those things that prevent you from slowing down and resting and recovering? Luke's story about Martha and Mary help you understand this a little bit. Oh, and also, what is God against in this commandment? And what is God for in this commandment?